Straight ahead on the news at 6, in the aftermath of the University of Alabama sorority segregation scandal, the student body makes an attempt at unity during tonight's first home football game. And one of the men convicted in the 1997 quadruple murder in Pelham has now lost the fight for his own life. Plus, today is Carol Robertson Day. One of the 4 little girls killed in the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing was honored today. We will take you to the celebration. The 6 o'clock news on ABC 3340 starts right now.
Live from Alabama's news leader, this is ABC 3340 News at 6.
Hello, everyone, and good evening to you. I'm Brian Somerville. Thank you for choosing ABC 3340. Well, happening right now, after 2 weeks of controversy, University of Alabama student organizations are working together to create unity at their first home football game. There is no block seating right now in the Bryant-Denny Stadium's student section. That means organizations are not grouped together in the student section. It's a free-for-all on seats tonight. Now, if you're not familiar with block seating, that's where student organizations have certain areas of the student section blocked off for them to sit together during the game. White fraternities typically have the best seats in the house in the student section. The fraternities and their sorority dates have seated in the coveted end zones.
We wanted to make sure that this wasn't seen as a punishment, more as an opportunity for students. We do think that student organization seating is a great way to reward student organizations who contribute a lot to this to the university.
Now, all of this stems from the issue of an African-American student's refusal to get into a white sorority. The university has since pushed the Penhalic sororities to diversify. Late Friday, UA announced 4 black and 2 other minority students have accepted invitations to join white sororities. Now, these changes are only for this game. Coming up at 10, we're going to be hearing about what students have to say about this situation. The Alabama Supreme Court says the death sentence will stand for a man convicted of a 1997 quadruple murder in Pelham. Friday, the Supreme Court justices rejected 35-year-old Michael Sammer's appeal to block his death sentence. Sammer was 19 years old when police say he and 16-year-old Mark Duke killed Duke's father, the man's fiance, and her 2 young daughters. Both teenagers received a death sentence, but Duke's was converted to life without parole after the U.S. Supreme Court ruled Duke could not be put to death for a crime committed under the age of 18. In Sammer's latest round of appeals, he tried to get his death sentence overturned, also on the grounds of fairness. The court refused. 222 Jack and Jill chapters around the nation have honored Carol Robertson every year since 1965. She, of course, one of the 4 girls killed in the 1963 Birmingham church bombing. For the past 30 years now, a 4 Little Girls Scholarship Fund has awarded $250,000 in scholarships to 69 young girls. ABC 3340's Donna Francavilla takes us to Carol Robertson Day.
I'm the middle child. She was the youngest child.
It's been 50 years since Carol Robertson's life tragically and suddenly ended in the bomb blast. Robertson's sister, her cousin, her friends were all just girls then. Judge Carol Smitherman remembers and tells her story to the next generation.
You know, we heard and we felt the bomb when it went off.
Carol Robertson's sister remembers.
We have suffered for 50 years. It has gotten easier, and this commemoration is very helpful in saying, as Birmingham is saying, and pretty much the country has said, that we understand your suffering and we appreciate the sacrifice that the families, all of them, went through.
Because Carol Robinson was an avid reader and was very active in her school library, Jack and Jill of America Birmingham chapter has dedicated this reading corner in her honor.
The state presented a resolution. Carol Robertson's favorite book was among 100 donated books to the Smithfield Library.
We are on what has historically been known as Dynamite Hill. And I'm sure you can understand that the reason for that name is because they dynamited this hill 45 times within 9 years.
The older generation says they remember so that their children can keep the dream alive. Donna Francavilla, ABC 3340 News.
And this commemoration follows Empowerment Week and citywide remembrances. It was 1 week and 50 years ago when that bomb went off at the 16th Street Baptist Church. Well, today, hundreds of people filled the pews of Rising Star Baptist Church to say a final goodbye to one of the original Negro League baseball players. Otha Bailey's career with the league began back in 1949. He played as a catcher for many teams. He joined the Birmingham Black Barons in 1952. The team gave him a little nickname, Little Catch. Bailey played his last game in 1959, spent the rest of his life in Birmingham with his wife and children. He died Tuesday at UAB Hospital. And Birmingham continues its look back at segregation and economic progress made since that time. Let's welcome in ABC 3340's Donna Francavilla in the newsroom. Donna, the historic Black District in Birmingham featuring a new exhibit.
Brian, the Vulcan Park and Museum is featuring an exhibit on how the historic Black Business District propelled the success of the Civil Rights Movement in Birmingham. The exhibit is called A Place of Our Own. Well, we wanted to know, 50 years after segregation, how those businesses have fared. The historic 4th Avenue district was once a thriving area for Black-owned businesses, particularly because most Blacks weren't allowed in most white establishments. This place of their own was the birthplace of small businesses like the Talk of the Town Barbershop. That's where we caught up with Mr. Jones.
This district has really been just forgot about. This whole district, this block when I was a kid was the only block that Black people could come on when I was a kid. I am very proud to be a part of 4th Avenue. But this whole block has just been neglected down through the years.
Mr. Jones says he blames Birmingham's Black leaders for not doing enough to improve and preserve the 4th Avenue Business District. He feels more attention needs to be paid to renovate some dilapidated buildings. Brian.
All right, Donna, thank you very much. In Crime Stoppers tonight, an early morning homicide that happened Saturday, June 22nd on 17th Street Southwest. Cortez Sager, just 20 years old when he died. Here's Birmingham Police Chief A.C. Roper, who tonight asking for your help.
I'm Birmingham Police Chief A.C. Roper. Cortez Sager was only 20 years old when he lost his life. Now it's time for the person who took it to pay. This is what we know about the day he died. It was Saturday, June 22nd. Shortly before 3 a.m., police went to 17th Street Southwest and Alameda Avenue. A person had been shot. It was Sager. He was lying on the sidewalk. Sager was taken to UAB Hospital, but he didn't make it. Right now, there are no witnesses, but that doesn't mean people aren't talking. We need you to speak up. You may be scared, but there's no need to fear. Crime Stoppers keeps you anonymous. Just dial 205-254-7777. We will not take your name. We will not record the call. And Crime Stoppers cannot call you to court to testify. Plus, there's a cash reward if your tip leads to an arrest. And even then, you will stay anonymous. All we need to know is who killed Cortez Sager and why. If you have those answers, then we're waiting for your call. With Crime Stoppers, I'm Birmingham Police Chief A.C. Roper.
Make that call right now. That number, once again, 205-254-7777, or you can text your tip along with the code 7777 to the word crimes.
And I'm Ashley Brandon, the Weather Center. A soggy morning. We had the rain. That's now moving out. In fact, the clouds, that's not going to be too long before those clear out as well. Going to be a really nice night and a nice day tomorrow. I'll have your forecast coming up.
Also coming up, Ashley, the fiscal year end is right around the corner and the budget battle continues to brew on Capitol Hill. The latest coming up next. You're watching ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.
Actions speak louder than words. When you make the decision to not text and drive, you're setting an example for your friends, your family, and maybe a complete stranger. Distraction-free driving starts with you. Don't text and drive. You may save a life.
Hey Birmingham, it's Ty Pennington, and it's time for the all-new Home Show.
Inspiration starts here at the new Birmingham Home Show, September 20th through 22nd at the Birmingham Jefferson Convention Complex. Hundreds of experts on site for you to shop, compare, and save on all your home improvement needs. 3 days only under one roof. Meet Ty Pennington of ABC's Extreme Makeover Home Edition and Mark Burnett's of Style Network's Clean House. September 20th through 22nd at the Birmingham Jefferson Convention Complex. Buy online and save $2 at homeshowbirmingham.com.
Hey, what's that?
This is a cookie jar.
Looks like a bread box.
Exactly. That way the kids won't snoop around in here for our cookies.
Give me some. Kids have their cookies. We have our cookies. And Mama's got her cookies.
Chock full of mini peanut butter cups and bits of rich fudge. Publix Premium Moose Tracks cookies are just one of 6 delectable new ways to treat yourself. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, Toyota Corolla.
Elevate your style. Introducing the all-new Corolla.
Get a low 0% APR on the all-new redesigned 2014 Toyota Corolla. That's 0% APR.
It's tailgate time at Camping World of Birmingham.
And we're kicking off the season with unprecedented discounts.
Score huge savings on our entire inventory. New travel trailers for only $119 per month. New motorhomes starting at only $369 per month. Plus, buy an RV from Camping World and gain access to our Good Sam Elite loyalty program.
Offering incentives valued at over $2,000.
Don't miss the tailgate kickoff event. Only at Camping World of Birmingham.
We have everything you'll ever need at Camping World.
Definitely a soggy Saturday and not the brightest either. However, the clouds will clear out and more sunshine on the way. You'll have your forecast coming up.
20 seconds till George.
You know what, guys? I'll be right back.
What I want to know is, why can't Washington get anything done?
Yeah. Great question. That's exactly what we're talking about today. I actually got to get back to work. Hey, don't worry, I got this.
George and Sunday mornings, now that's good.
But we haven't ordered yet. So the question is, why can't Washington get anything done? George.
Welcome back to the News at 6, News in Your World tonight. The clock is winding down in the nation's capital with the fiscal year end only days away. The budget battle and debt ceiling are two things lawmakers on each side just can't seem to agree on. House Republicans have completely defunded Obamacare in a funding bill to keep government operating after September the 30th. But the Democratic-controlled Senate has already promised not to pass that bill in the next week's vote. This could leave the government without money on October 1st, affecting the paychecks and loans for millions of Americans. Yet there doesn't seem to be any common ground.
I will not allow anyone to harm this country's reputation or threaten to inflict economic pain on millions of our own people just to make an ideological point.
The American people don't want the government shut down, and they don't want Obamacare.
As both sides refuse to see eye to eye on this matter, the other issue at hand is the debt ceiling. If Congress does not raise the spending limit in the next few weeks, the U.S. could default on its massive debt. Ashley, a bit wet out there today.
I was just about to say, this is not the way we wanted to start today. We expected the rain. The rain moved in last night. It lasted throughout this morning. But the good news is most of the rain is gone and we're left over with some clouds. And here's some more good news. We talked about it the last couple of days. In Tuscaloosa, Alabama game going on right now. There's Bryant-Denny Stadium. The temperature is 72 degrees. That's not bad for a September football game. The wind's out of the north at 5. And so far, just over an inch of rain since midnight in Tuscaloosa from our sky cam. But the rain has cleared out, so that's good news for the football game. Let's take a look at our temperatures right now. And the numbers, 70 in Gadsden, 69 in Anniston, 71 in Birmingham, 69 in Cullman as well, 74 in Tuscaloosa, and 72 in Alabaster. The temperatures tonight going to drop. It's actually going to be a pretty decent drop tonight once we clear our clouds out. Now, we've been relatively mild throughout the day. The clouds very thick, but already starting to break in the very far northwestern portion of Winston County and also for Marion County as well. We're starting to clear things out. It's going to take a little bit of time, but the clouds will move out tonight and we'll go to more of a clear sky. So our weather will continue to improve as we go through each hour of the remaining evening and especially overnight as well. And all of the rain, most of it now well down to our south, but again, that continues pushing down towards the south and east. Our cold front already down to our south as well. And we're going to stream in some pretty nice numbers for tonight. Once the cold front pushes through as well, it's already doing that, but it can bring us some drier air into place. And tomorrow morning, really really going to be nice, really nice during the day tomorrow. It's going to be one of those days where we wish we could have flip-flopped the weekend and have tomorrow happen today because there was so much going on, but we'll enjoy it either way. There goes our cloud line, and still a little after midnight we'll have some of the clouds sticking around, but it won't be too much longer before those exit the area. And tomorrow looks absolutely fabulous. Plenty of sunshine, no chance of rain. And like I said, we'll have some of that drier air move in here as well. And I think you're going to like the numbers. Tonight, we're going to go with lows into those mid-50s. Now, they'll be a little cooler north of Birmingham, around Birmingham, more into those mid-50s, around 55, 56, and south of Birmingham, more into around 57 degrees. But either way, that is not too bad tonight. The clouds will move out. And then for tomorrow, beautiful, nice sunshine, temperatures into the upper 70s. Get out and enjoy the afternoon. Now, over the next 7 days, we're not going to change things around too much around here. We'll slowly climb those numbers back into those lower 80s from Monday. And even for Tuesday, some mid-80s and nothing extremely hot, even overnight. Very pleasant, some 50s, 60s. So some really nice evenings and mornings coming up. Hope we can get out and enjoy those.
You look at the next 7 days and you think, I'll take today and the rain and the wetness for 7 days of sun and nice
a trade-off.
temperatures.
Yeah. You know, it was, of course, the one day where everybody had so much stuff going on.
So many plans. But you know what?
But, you know.
We're good with it. 7 days, sunny, coming your way. Thank you so much, Ashley. All right. Well, coming up next in sports, Auburn is getting ready for their date in Death Valley. Stu McCann previews the matchup in Tiger Stadium. And Sanford welcome back 2 special coaches today. Your friend and mine, Jeff Spiegel, shows you what happened when the Bulldogs played Southeastern Louisiana. Stay with us.